Hi friends, Katie the Book Lady here, Advanced Team Leader with Usborne Books and More. And today I want to talk about emotions. I know that we don't always want to talk about our feelings, and we don't always want to talk about it with our kids, but we really need to. Our kids need the tools in their toolbox to help them express the way they're feeling. And I want to share with you some of the resources that Usborne Books and More has. These also might benefit for social disorders as well. One of the best books to discuss feelings is our All About Feelings book. This is a great hardback book. It goes through lots of exercises to discuss feelings. It puts feelings to colors. So sometimes I ask my son, is he red or is he blue? It also shows how many emotions we can have in one day. This was very helpful for my son, that he could see he could be happy first thing in the morning and sad in the afternoon, and 100 different emotions throughout the day, and that we all are all like that. Most of these books, that's what helps them understand, is that we all have big feelings. We just need to learn how to express them. In the back, there are extra things for parents and for grown-ups, notes to help you use this book. In that same series, there's All About Friends. This is great for kids with social disorders because they can practice being a good friend, how not to be a friend, what would you do in certain social situations, our friends and their emotions, all these different things. And I love, of course, all of the illustrations that go with these. So these are great resources for you to have on hand with your kids. These are not books that I suggest letting them just read on their own. I think that it's more beneficial if you read this with them. Next, let's talk about seeing things from two different sides, because a lot of times we get our feelings mixed up when we only see it from our side. The Tale of Two Beasts does just that. First, it talks about this little adventure from the girl's point of view. Then halfway through the book, it moves on to talk about it from the creature's point of view and what happened on his side of the story. It's a super cute book. It's fun and adorable to look at. We have to talk about the What If monster when we talk about feelings. This is Jonathan James and the What If monster. This is just a simple paperback book, but it's a very big book with emotions. Jonathan James has this little monster that every time he says he wants to do something, the monster says, but what if you get hurt? Or what if they laugh at you? Or what if you fail? And then at the end of it, he goes, you know what? You said all of this whole time, but guess what? What if I climb to the top of that tree and I never slip or skin up my knee? So he kind of takes over and says, what if things are good when I do things? I love that for kids who have fears. There's also this one that is a board book. That is a little bit simpler. This is What If I Know My Feelings. One cool thing that this author does in these books is she has all of these words in the front. They're there for a purpose because it helped her son when he was learning to read and learning his letters, that she could point to a big A and say, what is that? And find the D and find the pink R. So this really helped with that, and she just thought she would include that. So this has cute illustrations as well. But what if I feel angry? I can close my eyes and count to 5. So it says, what if they feel a certain way, and something they can do to help with that. Sometimes we might just need a distraction for our child, maybe when they're having big feelings, or maybe they need to choose something different. So this You Choose helps them with their imagination, helps them have fun, and helps them think of different things. So if you could go anywhere, where would you go? They get to pick out everything in this story. So it gives them a little control, makes them feel safe because this is their story and they decide what happens. So I love using that for distraction. There's also ways to alleviate some stress, maybe some anxiety in their lives. There's the Unworry Doodle Book. This is really just a doodle book. It has pages to doodle. I have adults that use this and children. There are prompts in here of things to color, things to doodle. It's just a great little book to have on hand, maybe when there's a meltdown or maybe when someone just is having a hard day. Another great thing to have are our magic paint books. I know a college student who uses this to help with her anxiety. I know adults that use this as well. You only need water, so you can take this many places. This is great to take to the hospital. for kids who are there to get their mind off of it. They can just go to town and color with the water, or they can be very intentional and paint in specific areas and keep the color there. And of course, there's always our sticker books. They're fun, they're colorful, they're high quality, and they're great for fine motor skills. So these are just a few of the many resources that Usborne Books and More has for kids with big feelings, how to handle those, some distractions, and I hope that they benefit your family. Thanks so much for listening. Happy reading.